This is CBS 19 News at 10.
Now at 10, a possible tornado spotted in East Texas. Look very closely there at the circled area in this picture. This was captured by storm chaser Kaylin Jordan in Rusk County. Good evening. Right now, there are hundreds of people in East Texas without power. We're getting reports of damages to homes and trees down in the city of Rusk and Cherokee County. Now, we have team coverage with Darcy Burton live in Cherokee County. But first, we start with Chief Meteorologist Joel Barnes and Doc Deason. Hey there, guys.
How you doing? And for those of you just now joining us, if you weren't with us earlier, I am Joel Barnes. I'll be the Chief Meteorologist for CBS 19. And started out with a bang there, Doc. A very active evening out there across East Texas. But in East Texas, you can get tornadoes anytime throughout the year.
Yes, you can. This was one of those classic December events that we've had. It seems like about every year, at least every year, every other year, we have a tornado event at some point during the month of December. A lot of times it's the latter part of the month, and we got this one not far from Christmas.
We did have at least one of our viewers, one of our storm chasers out there on the scene who did bring you that video that you saw at the top. The National Weather Service out of Shreveport is going to go out there tomorrow and take a look at any possible storm damage, and obviously we'll update you when we find out anything from them, Doc.
Absolutely. So on the phone, the man who got the picture that you saw, and I think was about the only person to get a shot of this storm, Kaylin Jordan, on the phone with us tonight. Kaylin, first off, you feeling all right tonight, sir?
Yes, sir. I'm feeling pretty good. How are you?
We're doing good, brother. Listen, we're going to show some of those pictures again, and let's talk about what you saw, buddy. You were coming in and sitting along 84 there, I believe, near Mount Enterprise. Is that right?
Yes, sir. I was probably 12, 15 miles west of Mount Enterprise.
Okay, very good. And it looks like from the picture, and you and I were talking earlier, it's hard to tell if we've got one tornado or possibly maybe a satellite tornado, you know, two of those on the ground.
Yes,
it must have been, the visibility must have been horrendous. Talk a little bit about that to me.
It was. The biggest thing for me was trying to find an elevated position, a hilltop, something that I could get a vantage point and see if it was actually, you know, to see if we could actually get, you know, a visual on anything, whether it was a funnel, they had contact with the ground, you know, just so we could let y'all know, let the Weather Service know, hey, look, this is actually, it's actually happening. It's not just something we're seeing on radar.
Yeah. Did you see much damage, Kaylin, from your vantage point or after the fact, or were you really, was that pretty much over and done after the storm had passed you?
It's pretty much over and done. There was I noticed a tree or two down around 84, closer to the Reclaw side of 84 on the east side of Reclaw. But other than that, I didn't really notice much. I think it jumped the road somewhere around Reclaw and kind of run up towards like the Laneville area. And I was still south of it a good bit. So if there was any damage over there, I couldn't really see.
Yeah, trying to stay in a safe position. Of course, we talk about, and I think you and I had spoken last week about the tornado chasers around the country. They refer to this part of the country as the jungle because it's tough. The visibility is tough. Talk about that for a second.
The trees, trees are definitely a killer over here, especially as far as visibility. Like if you're out in the panhandle of West Texas or you're up Oklahoma, I mean, you've got a good line of sight for a long, long ways. But around here, the tree is definitely a killer on visibility. Yeah,
that and it being at night and it being rain wrapped. So great job today with getting those shots and for being safe about it. Kaylin Jordan, Tornado Action West, brother. Good talking to you. Merry Christmas, okay?
Yes, sir. Merry Christmas to y'all, too.
Okay, buddy. Thanks for the work tonight. Joel Barnes is in the Weather Center. Joel's tracking the ongoing storms right now, buddy. What you got?
Yeah, Doc, still some stronger thunderstorms out there tonight. I think our threat for severe weather, though, has passed, besides maybe the possibility of some straight-line winds out there as this line of storms has turned linear. When we say linear, that means we typically don't see things like supercell thunderstorms. We see more of a straight line wind threat typically with linear storms. And it looks like we still have some storms tonight, which will be working through Nacogdoches as well as Lufkin here coming up, Huntsville, Conroe, Sealy, as these storms continue to track west to east tonight. We do have some flash flooding concerns, though. I think that'll be our biggest threat out there for the remainder of the night will be the flash flooding. We still do have 2 flash flood warnings out till 10:45. Some of the locations include in the southern location there, that's Jacksonville, Henderson, and Rusk, and the northern watch that includes Longview, White Oak, Gladewater, Jefferson, and Ore City. So again, if you do come across any floodwaters, remember, very important, turn around, don't drown. Do not drive over flooded roadways. You just don't know if the road has been washed out or not.
All right, buddy. Thanks for that. Tashara, more weather here coming up in just a few minutes.